Oh my gosh. Hello,
Hi.
Vince. Hi, Ash.
Hello.
Hi. Oh my God, everyone's wearing prints.
Yeah.
Obviously, right.
Duh.
Uh,
What are we? Oh, today. Well, we have something coming up for you guys.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for joining us. It's a Friday night here in Singapore. It's coming to 8 p.m. I hope you guys are, feeling cozy at home. Friday time to chillax and watch us, talk about mixing prints as what you have requested today. Okay, so shout out to Crystal. Crystal, she's backed us to do this topic for a while now, and you guys voted. So it's not just your regular how to mix print, but it's more of how do you mix print on print. I think only the experts can share with you. So I have Vince and Eshwar here, and clearly, they are style experts in their own way. And I believe that both of them wear more prints and colors than I do. I try my best today, but yeah. Okay, so we will so we will just go around sharing our personal tip when it comes to mixing print, because we know that print can really exude style, personality. It can really give you character and bring life to an outfit. We do get bored with minimalist outfits sometimes, so we hope that some of our tips will help you to be a bit more confident when it comes to mixing prints, right?
yeah.
So how about we start with Vince first, since he's all bright and lively today.
No. I wanted to fix my hair, but I just came back from taking my vaccine, so.
Well,
Okay.
today you have more colors than usual, so
Yeah. If you can see my shorts, my shorts are blue.
Oh.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Mixing prints on prints. I think I like harmonizing prints. For sure, there's a lot of different layers to harmonizing print, but I think for me, basics that I really look at when I'm mixing something that I would prefer like to wear is harmonizing the print. So, for example, sharp lines with sharp lines, and then maybe curved lines with curved lines. I think that's where I usually start. Like, for example, the shirt I'm wearing now is more of like a lot of windows, so you can see a lot of vertical and horizontal lines. And when I pick another print to wear with it, I would pick something that also has similar lines, like sharper horizontal and vertical lines. Not necessarily the same. Well, I prefer it to be like a co-ord, right? But if it's not a co-ord, I would go for something like that. And if I have something that's a little more, example, like floral, so you see a lot of like curved, rounded lines, then I would try to find something that's similar. Not exactly the same, but that's usually where I start. So for harmonizing the prints. And then from there, what I'm gonna do is um, I'm gonna look at the colors and I'm gonna look at the size. But I guess, yeah, that's my first one. How about the both of
so
you? How do you
do you
usually?
think do you think like so you're talking about like if it's sharp lines, it's like sharp lines together, right? So would stripes and checks be okay together?
I think it depends. I think for a start, if we're just talking about like the basics of like the very initial part, I think yes. But then again, that would depend on what kind of stripes or what kind of checks, what colors, or like how big they are. So I think visually it's better if we could see it. But I think so far, if it's sharp lines on sharp lines, yeah, that's go. That's go. That's a good start, I believe.
I've seen like what was it, Dolce and Gabbana or like Miu Miu, they have done like um polka dots and floral. So it's like round and round, right?
Oh, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
So
Yeah.
that kind of works
Um,
together, because it's harmonized.
I think so, but I think that's already more on like the advanced level. Because to me, I think florals is a little more complex and complicated in terms of the lines that it has versus polka
Mhm.
dots, which is very clean and very, um, uniform when it comes to the spacing. But yes, something like that because they both have rounded lines on them.
Mm.
Okay, so harmonizing prints. So whether
Mm,
your print number 1 or print number 2, does it have any form of similarity so that it can hold up each other, right? So that's
yes,
the
yes,
reason why we say harmony. I'm all
yes.
about harmonizing for sure, like conceptual unity. You know, when there's when you wear lace, you can definitely pair lace with a floral print.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mhm.
know, so it's like similar concept. It's rounded,
Yes.
rounded, soft, and soft. So
Mhm.
I think this concept works for most like beginners, but like
Mm.
those that really go all out to clash, I think you need to kind of practice it first. Yeah, but I agree. Ash, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, like for me also something similar like what Vince was mentioning. But I would agree if let's say for me personally, I feel when it comes to round and angular prints are more harmonizing in
No.
terms, yeah, like when it comes to okay, for example, if you want to like highlight a particular body part, so you can go for like something which is more rounded so that it is more
Mm.
visible, and it still depends on the size, on what kind of size you're going for, is it small or big. But if let's say you wanted to like
Size matters. I'm
yeah, size
sorry.
matters. So like for me, I'm quite petite in frame, so I will always
Yeah.
go for like something rounded on top and something angular at the bottom, so that it gives me the elongating effect. So yeah, it plays a part lah, like when it comes to body shapes as well. Yeah.
So,
So a bit
okay.
like
So, sorry,
using
Vince. You said
lines, so a bit like using lines to achieve basically illusions that you want for your body, like you want to look taller or you want to look bigger in like a certain part.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So like angular lines, like basically I will go for like vertical lines. Hey, sorry, vertical lines when it comes to my, upper body, and horizontal lines. Hey, what am I sorry talking
horizontal
about?
lines on
So
top.
yeah, horizontal lines on top. I got confused.
It's Friday.
Okay. Yeah. Still, in the mood. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to horizontal lines on top and vertical lines at the bottom, and also geometrical shapes, it has like
Mm.
clean lines, right? Yeah, and also when it comes to rounded shapes, that's what you mentioned, like florals. I love florals actually. Yeah, and it's very, pleasing to the eye, and also add on some colors. So yeah, I'm all about colors, but lately I don't know why, like I'm going into the minimal trend, I guess. So yeah, I don't know what's
The
happening.
reflection of your life. It's a reflection of what
Maybe.
you want in life, maybe.
Yeah.
How about you, Michelle?
Yeah.
I think for me, which I think most of you would agree, it's the fact that I'm trying to do it today. I think you can see like underneath, right? So
Oh,
what I
rapid
have on the
print.
outside, it has a. I was like, I was going through our wardrobe today. I was like, oh my gosh, where are all my prints? It was so hard to find because I'm not a print person. And
Mm-hmm.
then I found this. I was like, oh, I have this tie dye looking jacket, and it has a very similar tone to this leopard print. Because the base
Mm.
is this khaki, dirty olive, and that's the base of this color, right? There's black here and there's black here. So I think my tip would be, which you guys will agree, is harmonizing the color. So find one color in that print, right, that will match with each other. So in this case, it's the olive green, or it could be the black. So your piece number 1 and your piece number 2 needs to have a similar color. And if you're a beginner, try not to go crazy and pick prints that have many accent colors. Try to go for prints that are safer to in terms of like neutral colors. Not just black, like grayish. You can go for like brown, khaki, that kind of neutral tones. It's easier to match. So I think mine is an example of a beginner.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree actually. Yeah.
Same. When you mentioned about matching the colors, I
Yeah.
think that's gonna be the next level to what I was talking about earlier, which is basics would be lines, right? And the next one is, of course, finding colors that would harmonize them as well. Um, and I think prints and colors kind of, it's very difficult to separate them. You always need to consider the color because obviously visually it's something that can make or break like a pairing like of two different prints. So that's a good tip. I always use that too. Um, if only I could show you my shorts, because though it's in plain blue, the lines are sharper. It has like piping that's, though it's tone on tone because of the piping, so it kind of looks like it's still like a print, more of like a texture actually. And that's exactly what I did with the shirt that I'm wearing now. You know how sometimes there are shorts that are just less sharp. They're more comfortable looking when they're baggy, when they're oversized. They just have a lot of like
Relaxed silhouette.
flounce in them. Yeah, so it's more rounded. So I think that's something that I considered as well.
Ah, okay. That's a higher level for sure. The eye for detail. But yeah, I get that point. You don't want something to look too harsh either. I think that's the whole worry about mixing prints anyway. So, but anyways, guys, if you want to see Vince's pants, we think that he should pants on. Okay, obviously. You guys can check out his page. Maybe he will have an OOTD for this for sure, 100%.
Oh yeah, maybe I should take an OOTD for this look.
Yeah, after this, you know, just straight
My
away.
second vaccine look.
Second vaccine. Okay,
Cool.
so
Yeah.
so Ash, what is another tip from you?
Another tip,
Kick
like
it
when it
off,
comes,
Jesus. I'm sorry.
oh, okay.
I'm reading the comments. Sorry, guys. Nobody's taking off anything here, okay? We're keeping it on. Sorry,
Oh.
Ash. I'm not going to
Okay.
entertain that. Sorry, Ash.
Okay, cool. So, and another tip I will always say, like those for beginners, those who are like afraid to go for prints, you can always play with textures, because I will categorize textures as a part of the print as well. And also you can play with lines, which is, I would say it falls under the neutrals. So how do we have it? Like in terms of colors, we do have accent colors, and also we have like neutral colors, right? So when it comes to prints, I would always say you can go for textures, which is categorized as prints. And also when it comes to neutrals, you can always play with lines. So it's still put together when you are, playing around with it. So if, let's say, when it comes to textured fabrics, you can always go for tweeds. You can go for like corduroy. Corduroy have the, elongating effect,
Yes.
right? The
Yeah.
lines in there. And also you can go for neat material and also terry cloth, to have the comfy feel. So yeah, this is how you can actually play around with textures. Yeah, this one will be my other tip for beginners. Yeah.
But that's actually I have a similar tip to yours. Is consider texture as print, because a lot of us we assume print to be 2D. Like it's the floral print, it's checks. It's plate. But we must consider things like lace, brocade, like you mentioned, tweed. They are all this little texture that would kind of give you a print effect. So yeah, it's great for beginner if they're afraid of really louder colors. And guys, if you have any questions for us regarding prints, a print that you have, like for example, oh, I have a leopard print, I'm not sure how to match it, you can feel free to ask while we're still here. Yeah, so actually I wanted to show like what Eshwar was talking about. So this is something that I have. It's brocade, right? And then you match it with very similar lace. So I think it's incorporating all the tips that you guys shared. You need to have like harmonizing elements, right? And then it's neutral color. So there is still a little bit of white in this brocade fabric anyway. So there's white here. And then this is not print. Sorry, yeah, both of these are not prints. This is texture and texture, but it gives you a print on print effect.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think yeah.
Actually, good example, Michelle. So I was inspired by what you showed, and even
Yeah.
what you're wearing now. I think another tip as well is either is playing with size. So
Oh,
either you
okay.
harmonize
Size.
them by trying to find quite similar prints in terms of size, or you could find something that's entirely the opposite, or maybe one is like super small, the other one's like much bigger, so
Yeah.
to create contrast. And I thought that the jacket you showed with the lace, that is a little more on the harmonizing, because if you could see the size, they're almost the same.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so
Mm.
that's one tip that I like to do. I seldom do contrasting so much, but I like basically harmonizing two different prints with the size.
Mm.
Mm. Interesting.
Hi, Jaslina. Can one wear prints and still appear minimalist? Ooh, she always gives the best question, you know.
Oh.
She always gives the best
Oh.
question.
I think we can vote. Hi Jess, long time no see.
Yeah.
I think for me my vote is a yes. Um, but for making it more minimal, I think it's really making colors more monotone. So I
Mm-hmm.
I think that even though like two prints are really loud or crazy, but if they're in the same tone or the same color, if they're monochromatic, I think that would still go. And I can imagine someone who, for example, just really likes minimal blacks or minimal whites or beige. When they want to create a bit of a like an impactful look, they can play with tonal but printed pieces, and I think that would still look quite minimal for
Yeah.
like compared to like like very colorful pieces like what I'm wearing now. So my
Yeah.
vote is yes.
Yeah. I would say
I
yes. Oh yes,
yeah.
Michelle. Yeah.
No, it's okay. You say
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. So I would say yes as well because when it comes to exotic prints, I know people might say like, oh my God, this is so like loud and it looks very, it add on this character, right? But you can always go for something which is more neutral and which is more original looking. Like for example, I'm wearing a zebra print. So this is how it looks like when you're looking at a zebra, right? So it's not like in a brighter or red or orange, like some bright colors on me. So it's not the duplicate version. So it's the original version. So they can always go for prints like this. And also like prints were in pastel shades. Yeah, so it works. Yeah.
To you, it works. So Vince says it works. I think for me, it works, but in a very restrictive way. Because understanding
Mm.
that minimalist, yeah, I'm getting distracted with question. I'm not gonna answer that. Hey, Jaslina, sorry. I think that it's restrictive in a sense where it can appear complicated if let's say it's someone that really wants it to be like it gives you a very clean look because sometimes texture can still add on like weight to an outfit, right? But of course
Mm.
you can still do it. So I think that I'm still leaning towards yes because they are prints that has a very clean background. Okay, example, pinstripes, right? The base is very, very wide, and then the lines are very, very fine. So
Mm.
it's a touch of detail like a button, like a collar. It's not super, super loud. So I think it's a yes. You can still wear print if you're minimalist for sure.
Jess, you should join us next time.
Yeah.
And talk about minimalist style.
I don't
I would want to be an
mind.
audience. That would not be my subject matter expert.
Cool.
Yeah, so I think Prince wise, what I've heard, right? I don't know if you guys agree. One of the tip that was put out there, um, even the audience, if you guys agree with us, they say that stripes is considered to be a neutral print,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
meaning stripe is like your black. Stripe can be matched with
Mhm.
anything.
I
Ooh.
disagree.
So when I read that, I was like, is it really true?
I disagree.
You disagree? Okay, why?
Yeah,
What is something
because
that cannot be matched with stripes?
I mean the color black. Black cannot be matched with everything. Yeah.
Oh no no no
So
yeah, but in
mm,
this case, it's talking about how stripes
the
is like your black.
mhm.
Stripes is something that can be matched with anything.
I would say for this, yes, it works.
Oh,
Mm,
Yeah, it works.
I don't know.
stripes is the good.
I need to see how it looks like. Because to me, stripe can be a lot of things, right? It can be like a like what you mentioned, like a pinstripe or even pinstripe, right? Sometimes there are like those that have more obvious lines, and there are those that are really very, very faint. Um, and there are those that have equal width. So I think it's really quite tricky. I mean, equal width stripes compared to those that are like not exactly the same in terms of like width or colors again.
Vince is
I don't
like
wanna sign my name and
Mm,
say yes.
like if you
But
guys want
very
to go
interesting.
styling with Vince, right? He
Very
will check
interesting.
you out from head to toe.
No, that's not true. But very interesting though. I think if they're talking about more pinstripes, I think more towards yes, but I would still
mhm,
say we need to check on the prints.
mhm.
And
And the
also,
colors.
how is the stripes, right? Because there are
Yes,
many kinds of stripes.
the
They're
weight
like
of the stripes.
yeah, yeah. There's like wider ones. There's like barcode stripes. There's so many different kinds of stripes. But I guess the internet out there is putting that stripes. It's it's like an essential is because a lot of people have stripes and stripes has
Yeah,
existed for many years. So you see Breton stripes paired with
yes.
everything, and
Like the
I
nautical
guess
kind of style.
yeah, the nautical or the Parisian kind of look. I guess a stripe that has been in existed in fashion history for so long, so it becomes like a
Mm,
long-term trend. So it becomes like you don't really go wrong really because you see everybody making the mistakes.
Mm.
uh,
It becomes like yeah, like it becomes like a classic because
Like
you've seen it.
acceptable.
Yeah, think so.
Suddenly it
Think so.
becomes acceptable. It's just like one day, the more and more people wear, the split toe shoe, right?
mhm.
We can accept it now. One day it's gonna be like, you know what? It's fine. Everybody's wearing it, like Crocs.
I use it to hold my ball pen sometimes.
You have it?
Uh,
The sneakers version.
The colors used on the print play an important role. Oh yeah,
Yes, for sure.
very much. Do you guys like Vince top? It's so colorful. Like the last time we had live with him, it
Super.
was also in colors. So what inspired you to get this outfit?
Oh, what inspired me? Because I like the colors. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I have anything like that. And I like the cut first and foremost. I like how boxy it is.
mhm.
So yeah, I like it a
Okay,
lot.
cool.
Um, actually, I mean, okay, maybe I ask the both of you. So what's your favorite technique when it comes to pairing prints or matching prints?
Favorite technique.
Mm.
Ooh, I think uh I'm a texture gal.
I,
Yeah.
I thought you'd say that actually. I mean, I've known you for so long and you always play with texture.
I'm a texture, I'm not a print gal. So these are only the few prints that you ever see me in. So
And also because you don't really wear a lot of colors, so I think the way to play with prints is to go with texture.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
And and
Me? Oh, Eshwar, you wanna like
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
tell us
Okay. Yeah.
what's yours
And
like?
yeah, for me, I always like to play safe. So in terms of like playing with prints, I always go for like colors, which is a bit more like accent colors, so that
Mm,
it has like the fashionista vibes going on rather than pairing it up with neutral colors. So that's how I used to play with if I'm trying to play safe with prints. But if I want to clash with it, as what I said earlier, I will see the shapes first, whether am I pairing it out with the round or it is, you
Regular.
know, yeah, regular shapes, yeah.
mm. Okay,
Mm,
interesting. Well, the reason why I ask is because I mean, I'm gonna cheat a bit, right? But I'm not the biggest fan of pairing print on print unless, like Michelle mentioned, they are with a texture. So maybe I'll do print on one and then the other one is just a bit more textured, you know? And it has to be like a bit similar in terms of like weight of the print. But something I really like is pairing, is wearing a print and then trying to find a color that is not very dominant. And then I wear something that will make that color pop a bit more. And that's actually the style that the technique that I did with what I'm wearing now. So I mean, as you can see now, my shirt is very blue and a lot of like reds and yellow, but there's like
Yeah.
some windows actually and some greenery that is like a touch of green. Oh, here. Yeah, so there's one obvious color here and somewhere that you can't really see. So that's why I paired it with like green cap. And
Touch of
it's just
green.
interesting to me that it makes it look more obvious when you pick it up with something, you just make it a little more dominant instead
Oh
of
yeah.
pairing it like in a usual way. Like, I mean, you can see a lot of blues, so my initial instinct would be to wear it with blues, right? Or to find the most or the exact kind of blue to make it very like seamless. But yeah, I like doing that. That's why I have like a green cap instead of a blue one.
There's an element of surprise when it comes to
Yeah,
styling,
yeah.
like a twist to it.
Hmm.
So what are
That's,
your favorite prints? What are you guys like? What are your favorite prints?
I think to me, I'm usually safe. I like it either very minimal prints or super bold, like what I'm wearing now. I think it's
Oh, you're
always
not
these
in
two. Like,
between. You're either or,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's either I do like big prints or like I do quite minimal plain colors. That's usually how I do it. How about the both of you?
Ash?
So when it comes to me, I always actually I can pick like I have my favorites when it comes to like angular, exotic, and also circular. So when it comes to angular, I always go for like vertical lines, like whatever lines is my
Mm,
favorite. And when it comes to exotic, zebra, because it do have like
Safari
lines,
vibes.
yeah. So I love it. And also when it comes to circular, this is something very personal, which is paisley. It has the bohemian vibes
Oh, you like
and
it?
actually, yes,
That's interesting.
paisleys. Yeah, it gives the bohemian vibes. And also the reason why I said it is personal because I grew up with it when, when it comes to the traditional saris, they
Oh,
do
oh,
have
okay.
paisleys. Yeah, so I used to see my mom's sari. They do have like different shaped and different designs on it. So it's something which is it is something which is inspired how to say, yeah, as I said, I grew up with it, so I love to see that.
I think it's
Yeah, it
because
is.
it's like it reminds you of family, it reminds you of home, and it's something very sentimental.
Mm,
So it's
yeah,
something that stays with you. You know, it's your cultural side, right?
yeah, yeah. So yeah, these three are my favorites.
Ashwa is like a plethora of different style personalities, but I mean that's who you are, right? You like different kinds of prints. But prints
Yeah.
it's very you. So you're more willing to try prints rather than going totally minimalist, right? Or texture.
For me, I would say currently, I don't know what happened to me. I have been avoiding prints, except for, as what I said, I am going to the minimal trend, I guess.
It's the influence
So
of
super not
family.
obvious.
yeah, so like I'm keeping it very natural, neutral and natural looking prints. Like for example, like zebra or leopard print. I love to, try it on.
Leopard
And
print.
at the same time, at the same time going towards the edgy styling as well. So minimal prints and a more edgier looking. So yeah.
I love obviously like prints that are a little bit edgier, tie dye what I'm wearing. I'm always a fan of leopard print because it symbolizes like, that confidence, that women's power kind of look, very sexy, leopard print. But
Mhm.
leopard print, I always get feedback from people that it's very hard to pull off because if you don't have the character or the aesthetics and you wear leopard print, it kind of looks like it's mismatched, you know, like you look like an innocent
Mm.
person, but then you're wearing leopard print. It's like sending wrong signals, you know, like. Eshwar is like, what is Michelle talking about? Yeah, but that's
Okay.
leopard print. I love okay, apart from texture, I think camouflage is something that I'm very into for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to see guys in camouflage too. I don't know why. It's just and when I try to push it to male clients, right, they will always like push back and say, most of them, the locals, they'll push back and say, oh, this reminds me of NS, you know, like.
The army.
So yeah, the army. But I always
Mm.
find that, you know, when there is a camouflage print on shoes, camouflage print on a jacket, you always look so much cooler, you know, like the Nick Wooster kind of vibes. So
Yeah.
yeah, those are the prints that I like. Is there a print that you will never try?
Never
I don't.
try.
I've not tried a lot of animal print, but I won't say I wouldn't try.
Oh.
I think I just need to find the right print in the right fabric, you know, in the right cut. I'm sure I would like try it if I find it.
Ash,
For me,
what
I'm not
animal
saying
print
no
would
to
you
any
recommend?
prints.
What would you recommend, Vince? What animal
oh,
print would you recommend to Vince?
wins. I think wins. You should try
Ostrich print.
zebra. Ostrich.
Zebra.
Yeah, zebra. Because I find it's very sophisticated and it's not too
Mm.
loud
Yeah,
in
I mean it's
terms
like
of the
usually black and
colors.
white, right?
Yeah, so something that everyone can adopt. Yeah.
Okay,
But
maybe I'll
okay,
go like
Vince,
And
shop
do
for
you
like a
want?
zebra print.
Wait, Vince. Do you want an approachable vibe or do you want like a scary vibes? If you want approachable vibe, I know what print to give you.
I definitely don't want to be scary.
The approachable prints that I would recommend you would be
Uh-huh.
like giraffe. Have you seen giraffe print? It's a bit like
mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm,
you
I
haven't
can
seen?
I can't even picture it in my head now when you said giraffe.
There is cow print, black and white.
mm-hmm,
It's neutral color.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm,
For a
mm-hmm.
cowboy partner.
Ash,
Okay.
is there a print that you would never try?
Never try. I would
Yeah.
say snake.
Oh.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm
really.
shocked.
Because actually I can still accept when it comes to snake prints on leather goods, like bags and shoes, and accessories will do. But when it comes to an attire, no, because it reminds me of my childhood again, because I'm scared of snakes. So no.
Serious? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Phobia of the print.
yeah.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh. Vince, you should wear crocodile print. Sorry.
Crocodile.
That's like
As a print,
super.
maybe on clothes, but not crocodile leather.
You will be like a
Mm.
Birkin bag. A print that I would never go for is graphic print actually.
Graphic.
Mm.
It's not really a print, it's just like, like graphics, like those comical prints,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
t-shirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
just never, even logos, like I'm just not really into that. The whole monogram print, it's
Yeah. The logo mania kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I tried it once, it didn't work out. When I look at myself, I was like, woof. I don't look at myself, I look at the logo, so I think that was a problem.
Interesting. By the way, so funny.
Okay,
One of my
guys.
friends told me that, oh, why do you keep looking on your left? Because my
Oh.
mirror is on my left.
What? Okay, guys.
No, because I
If you
was
don't
looking on my
know,
side like that, right?
if you don't know,
It's my
if you
mirror.
don't know Vince, he's a very vain person.
No, not true. Anyways, yes.
Anyways, it was so fun to chat with you guys, and I hope that so whoever, I mean, this is for the replay. If you guys missed out the first part where we shared our personal tips on how to mix prints like a pro, you can stay tuned to our video on IGTV. We'll post it up. And then you can watch the replay. Hopefully, whatever they were describing just now, it was stretching your imagination, but we will try our very best to try and pin images that will reflect the things that we are saying earlier on. So we hope that we gave you a little bit more confidence when it comes to mixing and wearing prints. Guys, any last words for people before we go off?
No last words. Just let us know what other styling tips you would like for probably the next catch-up session, and that would make it more fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can just
definitely.
DM us, so we can just compile it and can come up with another live session soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, we have 2 more topics that we didn't do, but it's okay. All right.
For the next session.
For the next session,
Cool.
it's great seeing you, Vince and Ash. Seriously.
Yes, agree.
It's nice seeing you
Stay
two
safe.
both. Yeah.
Hope to see you guys in real very, very soon.
I know.
Yeah,
Have an
sure.
amazing weekend.
You too.
Too.
Bye.
Bye.